See?
What is going on, folks? So today we have the smallest production handgun, I believe, in the world. I think this is the smallest production. Now there are smaller little, boutique ones, but as far as like you can get on the internet and buy it, this is the smallest production handgun in the world. And as you can see, it is a North American arm, so I'm sure you're aware it's the little tiny revolver, but what one is it? It is their little 22 short. Look at this sucker. And I still know some of you are, 22 short, what you gonna do with that? You gonna piss some people off. Well, we're gonna do a series of videos with this thing, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I have fired this. I put about, it's probably got a little over 50 rounds through it, maybe a little more, mostly of little arms core 22 short, which is okay for, I'm gonna do a full video on this kind of stuff, but it's okay for like some range work. But there were quite a few duds in there, so I would not carry it for any defensive stuff. But let me get this box away. This is the real cool metal box. So I guess they have those, it's got to come with a gun lock thing. You can't really put a gun lock on this thing. So they give you this box, which is a nice metal security box right there. And let me set this to the side over here. So yeah, here it is. It is, how small is this sucker? Look how small that sucker is. I mean, for reference, I don't even know what to, reference how small this little bad boy is. This thing is tiny. And of course it is in 22 short. And you're just going to piss people off with that. Again, I think you'll be surprised at what this little sucker can do. Is it a devastating 50 Action Express? No, but I'm telling you, it will kill some things. You kill somebody with this if you wanted to. But yeah, let's just take a look at it. So this is again, as you can see, 5-shot single action revolver. All right. It is stainless steel, nice, beautiful. Look at these beautiful little wood grips. Man, this is a cool little gun. This is one of those little belt buckle guns. You snap in a belt buckle, or this will fit in that little coin pocket in your jeans or watch pocket or whatever that, above your right hand pocket. It'll fit in there. That's how small this sucker is. As you can see, stainless steel, like I said, rosewood, beautiful rosewood grips. The hammer, as you can see right there, there's a casting line. Hammer and trigger look like they're cast. They look like they're only cast parts on. Maybe the whole gun is cast and they just polish it up. But this is, I think, these are going for a little over $200. And this is perfect to drop into some basketball shorts or something like that. I live on a little ranch. We have over 30 acres, and I got some cows and chickens, ducks, all kinds of stuff like that. I go out in the barn, I see mice, I pop them with this. And it will do the trick. So let's just go over how you load and shoot this sucker. So first of all, you put it on half cock, all right? Or actually quarter cock. Just pull the hammer back to one click. You push in on this little button, pull that pin out that holds the cylinder in there, cylinder pin. And there you go. There's a little 5-shot little cylinder. All right, these things in between right here are half cock nut safety notches. The hammer will drop in there. You put your 5 little rounds in. You have 22 short. Put it back in the gun. Line it up and push it till it clicks. It's all the way in. Now, it is technically loaded. You still, cylinder doesn't rotate. Hammer cannot fire. You gotta go one more click. Okay, now it's ready to fire. It had indexed a cylinder and it is ready to fire. As you can see, it has the hammer, or, built into, or the firing pin, striker, whatever you want to call it. It's not a striker, but firing pin right here for a rim fire. It's built into the hammer. And then you just pull the trigger and boom. Now, don't dry fire this, because this is a rim fire, and rimfires do not do well being dry fired. You'll dent the crap out of the cylinder. You'll dent up the firing pin, and then it won't work. Although I think this one will stop right there before it gets any damage, but it's not a good thing to do. And then again, of course, once it fires, pull back the hammer again and fire it again. Boom. After you have emptied all your cartridges, one click, press on the pin, take it out. Now they will stick. Some will fall out on their own. Some others will stick. And then you just pop them out with this. Boop. Put 5 more in. And then you put it back on. And you're ready to go. Now, if you want to carry this and you want to be safe with it, you don't want to carry it with the hammer down on a loaded cartridge because it potentially could get dropped and smacked. Now, we're going to test that, actually. But you want to go to a half cock notch, so you go to your quarter cock, and as you can see, that the cylinder is still locked up. You pull back a little bit until it frees up. See this? Then you have to pull the trigger. You line up one of these little safety notches here. See this little safety notch? You line it up and then slowly let the hammer down in between. There you go, click. And now you see these cylinders it's in between the cylinders. There's no cylinder lined up. The hammer is resting in one of those notches right there. And it's locked up. It's perfectly safe. You cannot pull the trigger. Even if you hit the hammer, it would just hit in that safety notch. So that's what that's for. Put it like that, throw it in your pocket, you're ready to roll. There is a couple ways to shoot this faster. You want to pull this out, hold the trigger down, and just fan the hammer. And you'll fire, man. You can rip them off, or cock it and individually fire it. This is a cool little backup gun. You got your 5 little shots, and then you run. You know, or like I said, I'll go out and when I'm wearing basketball shorts around the house, you know, throw it in a little pocket and go about my day. You just never know. It's just another tool that you might need just in case. So let's get a weight. Oh, let's get a weight on this and see how much it weighs. Because I heard on the internet it weighs like 4 ounces or some crazy amount. 4.19 ounces unloaded. So, and I got some ammo here just because it doesn't have a magazine. So 4.62 ounces. So 4.62 ounces with 5 rounds of 22 short. That is crazy light. You don't even know you have this in your pocket a lot of the times. So yeah, man, let's get it out to the range and let's just see how this little tiny guy shoots. All right, folks, range portion of this review. We are out here with the North American Arms in 22 short. We have 5 rounds of Aguila or Gila, or however you say it, 22 short in here. I think it's 29 grain, somewhere around there. We have some steel at 15 yards, some C-zone steel. It's going to be a stretch for this little sucker, but we're going to see if we can hit it anyway. And then, of course, we'll do some accuracy testing, and we'll just do some blasting. I haven't really put this on paper. I don't know exactly where it's hitting, and you don't really have much to aim with this little sight, and there's really no rear sight. You just kind of point it and guess. So let's see what happens. Yeah, let's get out here. There's 1. There's 2. Hey, 2 out of 5. Not bad, not bad. So let's show you how you unload it. You put it on, so it was on the empty chamber. You put it on quarter cock, pull the little pin out, take your cylinder out, and knock out your 5 little casings, and then add some more. So let's reload it and shoot some more. See, this is that arms core stuff, man. I've been experiencing it with this arms core 22 short. I get at least a couple duds out of every box of 50, and it's just, I wouldn't if you're going to carry this little bad boy, do it with some like CCI. I have had good luck with that. That Aguila stuff's giving me no problems. But kind of stay away from this arms core unless you are just plinking on the range. But let's keep trying again. And we'll go hit. What was that? Was that 2 duds out of? Let me see. Was that 2? Yeah, this stuff is. Sure was. 2 duds. 2 out of this. And I've taken these and put them in a Heritage Arms to try to see if they'll go off, and they won't. So my recommendation, if you got some of these little shit, you know, like this, stay away from the arms core. I think we're gonna shoot Aguila for the rest of this video. So let's go do that. Cool. All right, folks, accuracy portion. We're gonna do this one a little bit different because I normally shoot it at about 7 yards. We're about 3 right here. And that's really what this gun is designed for. It's kind of like you're in a scuffle and you pull it out and you just, you know, what do most people say, the get off me gun, and you just kind of fire as many as you can and get out of there. But we still want to see kind of what the accuracy like. Now, it's been my opinion, or it's been my experience, that this thing shoots a little bit low. So we're going to see. I'm going to try to hit that 3-inch shoot and see, and then we will see how fast we can shoot this sucker in a situation. But I also want to say, look at this right quick. So it does. Now, this is from the back of the cylinder right here. When it fires, you can't feel anything. It just gives you a little powder residue right there from firing. So you get it all dirty. But let's see what we can do with this at 3 yards. Well, that one was high. Got to try to see where I'm aiming this sucker. Dang. Let me try again. All right. I don't know if you can see that. Let's take you out here and yeah, let's walk it up and see if we can see that. Okay, so I initially aimed with the front sight kind of cocked up and it hit up here. I don't know if we can see that. Yep, we can see that right there. And then I kind of lined up the top of the hammer with the front sight and we started hitting right there. And that's not a bad little group, especially from 3 yards. So let me go reload this and then we're going to see how fast we can shoot it. All right, folks, I've topped it off with 5 rounds of Aguila. Somebody let me know how to say it below. Whatever it is, it's good stuff though. 22 short, and we have the same target we just used to test the accuracy. But we're just gonna see how fast I could shoot it if you needed to deploy it real fast, how many shots, how fast you could get 5 shots off and see what it would be like. So let's just try that. I don't know you. Give me back my purse. So if somebody's trying to steal your purse, that's how fast you can shoot it. All right, folks, one last little test with this thing. We have reloaded it with 5 more rounds. We're going to shoot from retention. I'm going to be right up on them because do you ever notice how people, you know, and I enjoy shooting from farther distances, but unless that's a situation where it's like an active shooter or you're in a running gun battle or something like that, normally if you watch any of these videos where people, gunfights happen and between civilians, it's usually starts out as a fist fight, a scuffle. It's in close, it's in really close like this. So we're gonna see if we can fire this from retention, just coming up right here and blast it, boom. See how, how well that works. And then we'll go get the final thoughts. So let's just see. Stop, give me back my crack, man. And they were all A zones. All A zones. Look at this. You think I'm joking? Look at this. Can we see it here? I can't. I got the sun in my eyes. But these were the first 5 from the speed shoot, and these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were just from retention. All A zone with this little sucker. Now it was from contact distance, so I'm not that great, but it works. You can, if somebody steals your crack and you want it back, and all you have is one of these, let's get your crack back. Let's go back in and get the final thoughts. All right, folks, final thoughts on the North American Arms 22 short revolver. I think it's cool, man. Don't sleep. Listen, let me unload it while I'm talking to you. Don't put the little revolver down. I kind of dig this part. Don't sleep on this, man. We're going to do a series of videos on the power of this 22 short and on the penetration and stuff like that. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I just fired into a couple pieces of wood the other night just to see, and I was like, whoa, hang on a second. This little sucker might have a little bit of potential. Again, yes, I definitely do not, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna say do not. You would carry whatever you want. This is better in your pocket than nothing. And at least you get your 5 shots. If anything, this could give you a chance to escape danger. Okay? And I think that's what it is, more than standing there having a gun battle with somebody. That's not what this is for. This is a boom while you're running, maybe. Or if somebody tries to steal your purse or your crack. But this is kind of a novelty, but it can be pressed into a defensive situation. What is this good for? This is good for, it's definitely good for a little backup. You carry a main gun and you don't want to carry extra magazine, or maybe you do, and then you throw this in your little pocket. Again, guys, this will fit into the little coin pocket of jeans. That's how small this sucker is. As you saw, you can shoot it fast and you can shoot it close from retention. Also, this is not a toy. It's kind of a range toy. But if you shoot it a lot, you notice, and they're not powder burns. It's just powder residue. There's no pain or burning involved with that. It's just a lot of powder residue there, kind of in the shadows. But there you go. I think you can see it right there. Be prepared for that. I only shot maybe 40 or 50 rounds out of here. That's the other thing. Long shooting sessions with this, it gets, I don't know if you can see it here, especially the pin. Let me see if I can get it out. It gets carbon buildup and it gets dirty like any gun, but this seems to get dirty a little bit faster. So extended range sessions with that, be aware of that. I think this is a cool little gun. This will definitely put somebody in the ground, so don't treat it like it's some toy or BB gun. This thing's no joke. And like I said, we're going to see a series of videos, so stay tuned for that. If you're interested in this type of content and you want to subscribe, cool, I appreciate it. But we're going to test it in, like water bottles, milk jugs, shoot through sheet steel, plywood, pine boards, plastic stuff, all kinds of crap that I can find. I'm going to try to shoot and see what we can, shoot with this and see what kind of penetration we can get. So, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time.